Hey everybody, welcome to I Just Watch. It's David, and guess what time it is? It's time to do our top 10 anticipated movies of 2021. But before we get into all that, remember to like and sub. Let's go. Alright, so we're going to do this thing a little different. Like last year I gave you 10, I gave you 5, and I gave you 5, the reason for the 5. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to give you 10, and just a little bit why I'm giving you the 10. Okay, so let's start. Number 10, The Beatles Get Back. I don't know if you've watched this channel long enough, but you also know that I am a fan of the Fab Four. And anytime, anything that happens to do with the Beatles, I'm in. Go check out our yesterday review. That'll tell you all you need to know. Number 9, which is kind of perfect, Fast 9. I mean, they're not great movies. They make $1 billion. They're a good time. And this time, maybe we'll get to space. I mean, we better get to space. We've been talking about it for damn 3-4 years now. 5 years, 8 years, 9 years. I don't know. Maybe they're going to steal DVD players in space. I don't know. But I got to see. Number 8, Carnage. We're just going to call it Carnage because it's a Carnage movie. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, whatever. Not a fan of the first one. It's billed as this great Sony Spider-Verse movie. It was enjoyable, but with the introduction of Woody Harrelson as said Carnage, then you put Woody Harrelson in it, I'm probably going to watch it. You know, I mean, there's not much more to say about that. Number 7, Top Gun 2. If you know anything about us, again, I'm a big fan of Tom Cruise. Top Gun 1 is a classic in my eyes. Just to see where they go, why they go there, and what's this movie supposed to be made. Did we need a Top Gun 2? Didn't we say all that we needed to say in Top Gun 1? I don't know, but I'm here to find out. Let's do it. Plus, it's a Navy movie. Number 6. This one's near and dear to my heart. When I was in high school, I can remember going to a midnight showing. We had a friend of ours who had a huge purse, and we all stuck 40s in there and went and drank watching this movie, and that movie would be Mortal Kombat. So when I heard that they're redoing Mortal Kombat, sign me up, man. I mean, I couldn't tell you anything about today's Mortal Kombat. But I know I'm going to watch this. I believe, and I could fact check this with Joe, I think James Wan's involved. And if James Wan's involved, then, you know, and, I mean, what else there's to say? I mean, he made Aquaman cool. Number 5 has a lot to do with the director again. Or not director. James Wan's not the director of Mortal Kombat. He's just, but number 5 is the Suicide Squad. We all know about the Suicide Squad. You know, Margot Robbie is apparently the greatest thing to come out of that. I believe David Ayer has a great movie somewhere, just like the Snyder Cut, but apparently Warner Brothers didn't. So they gave the helm to old James Gunn. And we all saw what he can do with obscure characters and a ragtag bunch of heroes or anti-heroes or whatever you call them. It's James Gunn. Anything he does in the comic book realm, I'm sold. Let's do it. And plus, apparently they're going to spin off Peacemaker John Cena to... Oh, you know what? Just take it. Take it all. Take it all. I don't care. You know? Gets us to number 4. And number 4 and number 3 and number 2 are all in the same vein. I am a Marvel nerd. I love the Marvel movies. I love the MCU. And I think we're starting to Jones for that MCU-ness. And 2021, I'm going to start off with number 4, which would be Eternals. Great cast. Selma Hayek. I've heard what they're trying to do, and this thing is like 3,000 years old, or they're bringing people in, and it's might show how we have mutants. I don't know. This might be my Guardians from a couple years ago, because there's nothing that looks like it's going to be good. Nothing. But it's Marvel, and outside of the Dark World, you can't really count them out. That being said, number 3 would be ShangChi. Don't know anything about this character. Once again, it's Marvel. It's in the MCU. So, I'm in. And plus, we get the real Mandarin. we're getting. And if he has actually 10 rings that are from outer space that do incredible things, whoa, man, there's so many places this can go. And number 2, the final Marvel movie. I think it might be the first one of the 3 that comes out, but this is my number 2. It's Black Widow. She deserves a movie. She has done everything in this universe to be on her status as a true Avenger. No powers. Well, comic book, she is a little upgraded like Captain America, but they never showed us that in the MCU. But Scarlett Johansson is the Black Widow, and I just have this feeling that this movie might be our Winter Soldier, where it just turns the whole MCU on its ear again. I don't know. Maybe it's the introduction of the Thunderbolts. Maybe it's Taskmaster not being the person that we thought, and maybe it's Taskmaster being an even bigger character than before. I mean, because, Taskmaster's one of those B villains, but at the same time, they made Tony Stark the greatest character ever, and he was a B hero. So, I don't think that's what it's going to be. I really think because of Ross being involved and seeing Thunderbolt Ross in the trailer, that it's going to be a lead-in into the Thunderbolts. And who doesn't love having 10 different colored Hulks fighting? Okay, maybe not 10, but you know what I mean. And my number 1 anticipated movie would be Dune. I've seen the 1982 David, is it Fincher? I think it is Fincher, adaptation of Dune, and it is weird. Not a great film, but took a lot of steps that you're like, well, that was bold. But apparently Denis Villeneuve, I believe that's how you say it. He did The Arrival. He's done other work. He's a great director. And apparently, from what I've seen and read, he is a fan of Dune. Like, he can tell you book 1, book 2, book 3, and tell you. And apparently this was his passion project. So I'm all for directors when they do their passion project, i.e. Chris Nolan do a Bond film. But I'm just saying. So that's my 10. Tell me what you think. Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you at the movies.